What's up? What's up? What's up? I am definitely back in here. Okay. Back with the positive vibes. It is 3-3, man. 3-3. What a beautiful day to make some stuff stay. Okay, that was a good rhyme. That was a good rhyme. What a beautiful day to make some stuff stay. It is 3-3, so you can reinvent thee. I like that. I like that. I like that. Wow. It is March. It is March. We're getting close to the real new year, and we are getting so close to being able to really feel our true vibrations and our true selves. We really are. We're getting there. We're getting there. And I'm just so grateful for this opportunity that I decided to take a deep dive in myself. I'm so happy that I didn't allow it to just go and allowed myself to bask in, whatever's meant to be for me. It's very, very important. And I decided to come on here because y'all know I love to talk about energy and give tools and tricks and tips when it comes to energy. Thanks, Tor. Appreciate it. And that today is 3-3, and it's a very important time to use your energy wisely. Because for those that do not know, angel number 3 is the angel number of creation, manifestation, energetic techniques, and all that good stuff. And so it's important that you stay on task with the things you want to do. And if you want to change, make some changes, this is the day to do it. This is the day to do it. Don't forget to like the live, y'all. Don't forget to like the live. It means so much to me. So let's get into it, right? Analysis paralysis, right? What is that? What is that? Analysis paralysis is something that prevents people from being able to allocate their energy precisely the way they would like to. Now, I was someone that was in analysis paralysis for a long time, meaning as an example, this channel was in my mind, Vibe with Ty, for a long, long time before I actually put it into fruition. Hey, y'all, for those new around here, don't forget to like the live. It means a lot. My name is Ty, okay? And I'm all about positive vibes, okay? So back to what I was saying. I dealt with a lot of analysis paralysis before I actually took the trigger off to move forward in what feels good to me. And what is analysis paralysis? It's you overthinking things. It's you being afraid to move forward. It's you overthinking so much and trying to come up with the future of what you think is going to happen that you don't even move forward in the present. Okay? Now, for those that are new here, like the live. It means so much so we can get some positive vibes in here. My name's Ty. I'm a certified life coach, and I like focusing on all things glowing and growing, okay? Because we are here to what? Help each other and grow together. It's so important. It's so important. Hey, Mark, how are you? Hey, Sarah, thank you, girl. It's coming from the soul. It's coming from the soul. So, as an example, like if I listened to my former self that was in analysis paralysis, there's no way I would be in front of you right now. My former self said, no one's going to subscribe to your channel. What are you even talking about? Why people are not about positive vibes? Like, come on, no one wants to hear that mess. People want to hear gossip. People want to hear about current events. They don't want to hear about no tips and tricks to help people raise their vibration. Well, I said, you know what? I'm going to just do it. I'm going to just do it and see what happens. And I'm in front of you guys doing it. But please, let me tell you, it took about 2 years for me to actually pull, that out of my mind and move forward. So I want to give some tips that help me get out of analysis paralysis, and that also help me allocate my energy in a way that's very advantageous. Hey, Real Odds and Evans, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, Ryan, what's going on? So let's talk about it. The problem that a lot of us have when we're in analysis paralysis and we have with our energy is that we are trying to be perfect. Progress is better than perfectionism. We think that because we're doing something new that we ain't never did before, for some reason, we got to be perfect at it. How are you going to be at perfect at something you never tried before? And I'm speaking to myself, okay? I so am speaking to myself. We have to get off that high horse of perfectionism, of being afraid to do something because you never did it before and you don't want to be rudimentary in it. But that's how things start. Just trying, right? So, yeah. Anyways, just start. Like what I tell my clients is to try something at least once a week, twice a week, or 3 times a week, right? That helps you move towards a bigger goal at hand. Because what happens with, analysis paralysis is that your mind goes into overdrive thinking you have to do this, then you have to do this, then you have to do this, then you have to do this. And then you don't even know where to start. Starting at least one time a week to something towards your bigger goal is better than you sitting in your mind getting yourself anxiety and worried about the unknown of this project, of this dream, of this life change that you have. Being afraid to put it into fruition because you think you're going to fail. Trying is not failure. I'll tell you that much. And that's something I had to learn. Trying feels good, because once you start trying, no one can tell you nothing. The people that sit back and have to say something about what you're doing or make fun of it or be like, ain't no one gonna, pour into that. Please don't even stay the way you are. They're afraid of change, okay? They're afraid of change. And boss dog, you're funny. Hey, Aaron, Kella. Oh, sorry, Aaron. I remember last time. So, hey, Kendra, how are you? So, as an example, y'all, I'm working on some tangible items to bring to you guys, things that I love to do. But I had sat this project on the table for months. And before I got on here, I literally did something that was I was only going to allocate 10% to this particular project, and you guys are going to love it. It's so dope. But I told myself, you know what? Once I got into the flow, I actually ended up doing like 40% of this project where I can now see it coming into fruition to actually bring to you guys quicker than I assumed. But I was very quickly not even going to do it because I was like, oh, this is going to take forever. I don't have time for it today. But I was like, let me just give myself 10% of an action towards this project. And I ended up doing 40. Hey, Kendra. Miguel, wow. So let's talk about this, y'all. We're going to do a little pause, and anything that you guys want me to deep dive into for us to discuss together, just write it in the comments below, because this is a community that we're all learning from each other. I want to see people become the best version of themselves. So guys, let's chime in on this. Miguel says, do you know why good people always have it harder in life? Now, I have to agree to disagree. I do think that until good people wake up to that, you don't have to be good to everybody. There's a thing of being neutral and wasting your energy on people that don't deserve your goodness. I'm speaking from my own ways because I am a former people pleaser. Until I woke up that some people are just horrible that don't deserve my goodness. You learn how to create boundaries. The problem with good people is that we truly mean a lot and we mean well. So we don't know how to put up boundaries sometimes. And some reason, boundaries feel bad to us. And it feels like we're not being the greatest person. And you can have boundaries and still be a good person, okay? For sure. For sure. Hey, Jen, thanks for the heart. Back at ya. Back at ya. And, Hi, Flowers. How are you? How are you? What are you guys' opinions on what I just said? Thank you, Desmond. That means a lot. Yes, yes, Real Odds and Evans. First of all, Real Odds and Evans be dropping the gems. If you guys haven't already subscribed, subscribe to Real Odds and Evans too. So yeah, confidence versus pride. You know, pride is totally different than confidence. To me, I think pride is pseudo confidence. And confidence, you don't even need to say nothing. It's an aura, okay, baby? It's just an aura. It's how you show up in the room. It's that light. It's that light that shines. That you wonder why certain people don't want to be around you, or people you don't even know have a problem with you because you have a light that they wish they could have, okay? Oh, thank you, Skylar. That means a lot. And for those new around here, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. I go live Mondays and Wednesdays. I have shorts every day. It's a community I'm building up here for all of us positive folks who are doing the best we can to become the best version that we can. Okay. And it's not easy. It's not easy. I work a 9 to 5 that requires a lot of traveling. And I still show up to this because I believe that there is going to be a universe that I'm going to see, okay, of people truly pouring into themselves and all your unique abilities. We all going to vibe together and live a comfortable life, because that's important as well. Whatever's comfortable to you. Leon, okay. Alrighty, so let's get into it. Kudos to you for being sober for 5 years, right? That is huge that you did that. And, 3 months ago, you said you dropped the ball. Guess what? 3 months ago is the past, okay? And if you're currently still in the frequency of your, addiction, try and, if there's support groups that you can go to, if there's someone you can lean on in person, I highly recommend that. Family member, friend, somebody speak and tell them, I need help. I need help. Don't beat yourself up because you dropped the ball 3 months ago. Okay? Just because that doesn't mean you reset and start all over. Think about it. If you decide today to go sober, you're working on year 6. And you deserve that for yourself. You do. So I hope that was able to help you in some way. But yes, the water bearer, let's talk about this. Good people have it harder in life, but harder does not mean worse. Pure gold is obtained via pressures. Come on now, we talking wisdom. We are talking wisdom, okay? Gold and diamonds come from pressure. You ever heard about the phoenix rising? Before a phoenix really truly rises, it goes through a lot of turmoil. And it's for you to wake up to the hidden treasures of life. So what the water bearer is saying is that, through pressure, good people, truly good people, go through hard times and they keep their goodness intact. But guess what? If you allow the universe, God, whatever you believe in, to work through you, you're going to get back that good energy tenfold, 20-fold. Okay? Exactly. And thank you, Joshua Baby, for that too, Leon. That's beautiful words, beautiful words. And yes, like Torshell said, stay around sober people. A lot of times we do things, and let's actually take a pause and talk about this a little bit more too, because addiction shows up in many different ways. I had an addiction to instant gratification. I had an addiction to spending, and I had an addiction to people pleasing. Although those are not the typical addiction things that you're used to hearing, that stuff messes up your life. I'm in the cleanup mode of my life right now because of all of that. So just because someone has a physical addiction to a substance, there could be other things that people are addicted to, but they don't speak about it. Like myself, I thought I was normal, but when I realized I was in debt, I wasn't feeling good inside, okay? And I was doing so much that didn't make sense. What is doing this? the addiction. And I also did a whole research project on this when I was in grad school about the addiction to instant gratification, because I'm like, I gotta solve this. I gotta solve this. And I'm not 100%, gone from it. Instant gratification is so easy. You know how many times I end up on a worm tool down here in YouTube land? Instant gratification, swirling, going. Oh, I'm learning so much. I convinced myself. Stay on the live, y'all, because this is good vibes. But I'm saying that there's been so many times I'm like, I'm learning good stuff. I'm learning. Girl, you've been learning for 4 hours. Put some of that stuff into action, okay? It becomes an addiction when it hinders you from leveling up to making changes that you need to make. It could be any shape or form. You could be addicted to a person. Let's talk about it. Some people are addicted to people, knowing they should not be with a said person or be around a person, but they can't get enough of that terrible energy. Yes, thank you, Artsy Fartsy. That means so much. Yes, please like the vibes, because this I'm building a community here, and there are some returning people here that I really like vibing with, and I look forward to seeing them. Like Boss Dog and Real Odds and Evans, and some of you guys have been on my lives before, and so Torshell, all that. So it means a lot. It means a lot. But yes, let's get into it. So, number one tip that I just provided, going back, we were talking about being analysis paralysis and how that affects your energy. And what analysis paralysis is you overthinking and you can't move forward, right? Thank you. Thank you. And number one tip is progress over perfection. Stop trying to be perfect. No one's perfect. You'll be fine as long as you start making progress, whether that be 1 times a week, 2 times a week, or 3 times a week. But let's get into tip number two. Now, this is something I had to learn, and I'm still learning the tools to it, but it definitely helps. It is to put your task in a batch that makes sense. How many times, and I'm speaking for myself, have you wrote these task lists down and you look at it and you feel like you're about to fall out because you're like, I don't even know where to begin on this task list. It's never ending. And then you get that couple of free days and you're like, I'm going to bang out all these tasks today, and you only get 2 done. I know I can't be the only one. Okay. And if you feels me, let me see some hearts. Yes, each one teach one. Okay. But if you guys feel me, let me see some hearts, that you realize that you put down all these tasks that you say you were going to do and you didn't do them. And then you feel bad about yourself because you didn't do them. Okay. Now, I know y'all feel me. I know y'all feel me. So this is where the tip, batching your decisions, come into play. Okay. So basically, if you're trying to make a change, right? I believe in putting doing things that go into categories that make sense. So if you're doing a cleaning day and it takes you 4 hours to clean that bathroom, don't have your bathroom and your bedroom be in the same cleaning day. Because you ain't gonna do it, and then you're gonna be mad that you only half ask you. Oh, excuse me, this is YouTube. I'm not trying to say that you only half did your cleaning. It's quality over quantity. Just because you started crossing out everything, like I did my bathroom, I did my bedroom, and the stuff ain't even all that clean, that don't count. So instead, batch things together. As an example, okay, I know my bathroom's going to take 4 hours. I'm going to clean my bathroom today. That's the only thing I'm going to be on my task list. And then another thing I'm going to do is something towards my personal growth that makes me feel good. That way you can feel good that you did some task off of your list and you also poured into yourself. I hope I'm making sense here. Tor, you feel seen, huh? Sounds familiar, eh? And I'm speaking from what I'm talking, y'all, because I'm going to be real with y'all. I've been needing to clean my living room floor. Everything else is fine. My living room floor for the past 2 weeks, but I've been traveling for work. So it's been hard to do so. but I'm gonna make sure I clean that before work. The problem is I was like, I'm gonna clean my floor, I'm gonna do my bedroom, I'm gonna do my bathroom, and then I realized I have to break it up into different days. So hey Jacob, what's up? How are you? How are you? Hi CDV, what's going on? So another tip for batching your decisions together is if you're trying to embark on a new journey or start a new project or start a new business, I say break it into four different sections. And this is something that I share with my clients. Number one section, research. So that means spend a few days researching, spend some time researching, gather your research, take notes, okay? Number two, create a rough draft of what you plan on making in your business or what type of business you plan to make. This is just a rough draft. This is a brain draft. Use ChatGPT. Just have fun with it. Number three is then remember in school before after the rough draft, right? We would have our first draft. You would have your rough draft, then your first draft. So your first draft is kind of like your beta copy, right? That you're just trying it out. You're now also making it easier for you to complete the next task that you have to do as you're creating this business or project. And then number four is your final cut, and you break that up, that's you just created a whole business in a month. There's 4 weeks in a month. Week one, research. Week two, rough draft. Week three, first draft. Week four, final cut. And don't go too crazy with it. Keep it simple. Like you're not creating a whole Fortune 500 company, or you're not trying to write this book that you've been trying to publish forever. It's just getting these things started, micro steps, micro step. I hope I made some sense, y'all. And if y'all feeling me, let me see some hearts. Let me see some hearts. And don't forget to subscribe to the vibe, y'all. It means so much. Oh, thank you, Water Bearer. That means so much. Yes, it's all about order. And that's something I had to learn. Let me tell you, this version that sits in front of you did not come into fruition until I was in my 30s, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna be real. From my 20s, and if you click on Millennial Monday, I give a lot of tips and tricks in that playlist. I was just doing whatever to be doing whatever. True survival mode. True survivor mode. And that's another thing. Guess what? Y'all who are on this live, I know you guys are breaking from survival mode this 2025 because it's whack and it's ghetto. We're tired of living in survival mode, right? I know I can't be the only one just trying to make it day by day. And I know it's easier said than done, but it's not fair. That's not part of the human experience. The human experience is to experience. And when you're in survival mode, I know there's somebody on here that's probably going to be like, that's an experience too, but it's not an experience I want to experience anymore. The end. So, yeah, exactly, the water bearer. You're right. There is no teacher like the experience, but when you're stuck in the vibration of the same experience over and over again, you got to leap your way out of it. And that's what I'm learning. And as long as you guys stay subscribed to the vibe, you're going to see the change. The version you see right here in March is going to be a different version in June. And I'm going to talk more about it next week because I'm actually building up a project. So you guys on my live will start to see the change because y'all my peoples here. So yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, the flight or fight mode. Definitely. You're right about that, water bearer. It's definitely created to control you, but it's also we are animals at the end of the day, right? And there are instincts within us that we need to use, but sometimes we allow the beast to really control us. And when we have things that don't make us a beast anymore. Okay. Hey, Erin Keller, what's up? Hello. Rodiga, well, she's from Jersey. I have a New York accent, so that's different. But anyways, so that was tip number two, decision batching. So let's get into tip number three. This is very important when trying to release yourself from analysis paralysis and being able to really choose what your energy needs to go to. Plain and simple, do an energy audit. Do an energy audit. And The way, and for those that have been in my lives before, I like to talk about energy like currency. So the way that I can give you a, metaphor to see your energy that will help you to do an energy audit is see your energy for the day as $100, right? Now, if you know you're going to have to, let's say, go to work is probably a cash in of $60. Then after that, you got $40 left. And working out may take $20. Or you can choose to vibe out and do whatever you want, but that's going to take another $20. And then you still need to do your night routine and get yourself ready for the next day. And that's another $20. So seeing your energy as literally currency will make you more mindful. You'll think twice about answering that random phone call from that friend that you feel like you have to answer, or that family member you feel like you have to answer. You, unless they really desperately need to chat with you, they don't. They don't. Oh, hey, John from what's going on? What's going on from San Antonio? Yes, I remember you. Thanks for joining again. Hey, JJ. Hey, Bossy Osha. What's up? What's up? Hi, Chevy Speed. Thank you guys all so much for joining my live. It means so much. Don't forget to like the live and subscribe, for more positive vibes, because I'm all about us learning how to grow from each other. So, like I was saying, doing an energy audit is so important, right? Doing an energy audit of does what really matters and what doesn't. What do you need to let go? What is depleting your energy? What is going to leave you in the negative? Because being left in the negative is not a good feeling. And then it's kind of repeat cycle the next day. I'm speaking from experience. When I started energy auditing myself, it made a game changer for me. Okay? Big game changer. So now let's get into it. It is the 3-3 portal. And for those that do not know, I am very much into angel numbers. Angel numbers is real. Okay. Hey, Rodrigo, how are you? Angel numbers, they are real, for real, for real. And for those that don't know, angel number 3 means creation. So I say this all to say that if there is something that you need to be creatively doing between now and the next couple of days, the universe is in your favor. So get to the creations. And I'm closing this live with this because I just shared so many tips. And together as a community, we discussed other tips to help you allocate your energy. Now, why do you have to allocate your energy? So that you can be able to creatively pour into yourself, so that you can create a lane for yourself that feels good, so that you can feel good. I may not have a whole bunch of subscribers just yet, but I love what I do here and it feeds me creatively. I don't get a dime off of this, but I love this. And I love creating. I love helping people. And I want to share this because I know there are people out there that have been holding on to a dream, a hope, and a wish. Well, tonight is the portal to do so, to make that wish come into action. Thank you, Azim. Hi, Emma. And for those that are new around here, don't forget to like the vibe and subscribe. I go live every Mondays and Wednesday. But today is a day for you to lean into your purpose. And if you don't know what that is, journal. Just journal and let word vomit come out. And if you can't do that, take 10 minutes to meditate. And if you don't know how to meditate, it's okay. Set your timer at 10 minutes. First of all, I hate that people think that can't meditate. My mind's always going and going. And I always tell people, unless you're like someone who that's a true yogi that truly studied this for decades, your mind's going to keep going and going. The whole point of meditation is to remove the false thoughts that no longer need to belong there. Okay? Yes, Water Bearer, talk to them. You're keeping track of your energy levels throughout the day is something that the upper echelons of ascendant souls do. They do. And not only do they do that, the most successful people do too. It's something that we should have learned in elementary school, okay? Aw, thank you, Real Odds and Evans. Honestly, this stuff comes from the soul, and being on live really helps me channel what is being said because I just, I get these random thoughts throughout the day like, oh, you know what? This is what I want to chat about. I feel like there's people out here that need to hear this. And I'm talking to myself when I do these lives. I go back and listen to my lives to get my, to reiterate the tips that I'm already doing, but just to make sure I continue doing them. So, yeah. Hey, John. Yes. Oh, thank you. John, make sure you subscribe to the Vibe and turn that notification on so you can know when I go live. So how do I find angel numbers? Okay, so angel numbers have something I've been tapped into for maybe about 4 or 5 years. Um, you know, it was something that once my one of my sisters passed away, I got very into the journey of me and figuring out me, and angel numbers became the way that like I align with the universe. So I do have an angel number book. I, watch a lot of YouTube videos, watched online, and I'm not an expert at it, but I would say I'm an intermediate when it comes to angel numbers. And that's just how it works for me to confirm if I'm moving in the right direction and in alignment. I know everyone's different. Some people use tarot. Some people literally use their gut to know that they're going in the right direction. We all have this compass inside, by the way, that we can utilize and know when things aren't right. It's within us. For me, I use angel numbers in my gut too. Actually, angel numbers come first and then the gut, confirms it. Jerry, that's so important, Meditating before you go to sleep really is a game changer. And that's something that I am getting into a little bit more because it really helps to keep your thoughts at bay and keep things in your mind that need to be there. And I'm an active dreamer, y'all. So I dream probably about 3 or 4 dreams a night. I always say my soul likes to be traveling, boy. And sometimes I wake up tired and I'm like, went to sleep so early. Why am I tired? Because my soul wanted to go all around the world and back again. And so now I'm like, I have to meditate before I go to bed because it's like it gets so excited. It's like, oh, she's going into dream world. Let's go crazy. um You know what, Azim? I hear you on that, y'all. And I'm going to read what Azim said because some of you guys might be able to relate. I work very hard at my corporate job, but they still don't appreciate my efforts. It's given me mental torture. I started doing yoga to get my mental health together. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. I am so big on self-care, especially when you are working. These jobs, they take a lot out of us. They take a lot out of us. And so many people, it becomes their identity and they lose themselves. I was one of them until I decided to pour into myself and learn self-care attributes where I was one of those people that when you ask me, hi, how are you? Like, like when you first meet someone in the first 2 seconds, I'm saying what I do for work. That's not who I am. And Azim, keep up that, mental health with yoga. Keep pouring into yourself. Self-care comes first, not these positions. But yeah, thanks, Tor. Thanks, Tor. Appreciate it. Thanks, Real Odds and Evans. You already know the deal. You already guys know. So I would like for you guys to leave this live with some insight that you actually do something with. Meaning, like I said, that dream you have, that book you've been wanting to write, that YouTube channel you want to start, maybe even exercising. When you get off this live with me, do something towards that. And if you don't know what to do, research, or feel free to tune into my videos. I have so many. Like I said, if you click on Millennial Monday, that say 3 tips for this, 3 tips for that, as well as Vibe with Ty. But in order for you to feel better about yourself, you have to show yourself you trust yourself. And you have to show your soul that you trust yourself. Because once your soul sees it, baby, that's where the magic happens. That's when the manifestations go crazy. Let me tell y'all something. This is off topic, but when I was coming back from my work trip recently from Chicago, I had a great work trip. I met some really cool people in my field. We had a great time together. And it just shows that when you are in a room aligned with people and real recognizes real, it was like 43 of us representing all different universities around the United States. And we all had like that real vibe, like being not letting our position define us. And I'm like, yo, and we were all together for a week. And we were all strangers for the most part, except for some that knew each other. And it really lifted up my energy. So I say all this to say, back to what the water bearer says, you can't keep bad company in a sound mind. We were around each other, exchanging good energy, good graces. I was feeling so good to almost that I teared. Like, I'm like, some of these people I'm never going to see again. Like, this is literally just for this stint for what we do for work. And let me tell y'all, I got upgraded to first class. My status for Delta went up, okay? All from being on this good vibrational energy. One of my credit card situations got taken care of. Okay. Like, I was just like, oh my God, it keeps coming and coming because I was around good energy. Because I was around good energy. Okay? And good people and people who were authentic. None of these people, we didn't really know each other from our industry, so we didn't have to, from our universities, we didn't have to pretend or fulfill who we think we have to be. And I do believe that played a pivotal role. And what I love is that not only did we work hard and we were there and did what we had to do, we also had broke bread together and ate dinner, and then we was all in the same hotel, so we also had a couple of drinks together. And when I tell you all walks of life, there were people from Santa Clara, California, people from Chicago, Miami. I was the only one from New York, downstate, so gem I am. But upstate New York, a bunch from Philly, Detroit. I was like, St. Louis. I'm like, this is so awesome. This is so awesome. We even had someone from London with us, y'all. And I know he was like, these Americans are getting on my nerves. But anyways, it was so awesome of an experience. And so for me, I say all that to say, when you're around good vibes, it amplifies that manifestation and that abundance. Okay. It really, really did. So yes, yes. Odds and Evans, you couldn't tell me nothing, okay? You could not tell me nothing. Yes, and good energy and people is the best thing to have. It is. And now I'm like, you know what? Now I am really going to be selfish who I hang out with because this was just amazing. Granted, I've been really pulling back from people, like the people I used to chill with maybe 3-4 years ago aren't really this, like I have my core people. I'm grateful for that. Like I am one of the few that I still, my high school friends and I, and some of us are elementary friends, have been friends for so long. Like my best friend from kindergarten, like still super close with her, still in milestones, was in her wedding, just celebrated her husband's 40th birthday, which was awesome. But I'm grateful for that. But the point I'm getting to is that when it came to like meeting strangers and stuff like that, it's very hard sometimes to be authentically yourself, especially when you have transformed. And I am very different from how I used to be. And so it was just so nice to be authentic. And that energy was rising. I was addicted to that energy. Okay. Now I see why these manifestors, these master manifestors, okay. Once you in that vibe, you want to keep going and going and seeing what else can I do? That's honestly the vibe I was on. I'm like, what else can I do? Super fun. Super fun. Lance, congratulations. Proud of you that you're out here on Earth. Now add some good positive vibes to Earth, And thank you for tuning into the live. It means a lot. And for those that are new around here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, Tor. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. And you're so right. People being good for the sake of being people is very rare because people want to be put on. Social media really made people feel like you have to create this facade. And that's why right now, y'all, I am deactivated on Instagram. I am deactivated on Facebook because of those reasons. because I felt like I was being inauthentic to myself. And I feel like right now I'm in my cocoon journey, and I'm finally coming out of my cocoon as this new version of Ty. And I had to sit with myself first, so I continued to be authentic, because being an unauthentic person was not it. Was not it. Waterbury, I am a Sag rising, Cancer moon. Um, God, please ignore what I'm doing, y'all. Sorry, I'm getting a little tired. I'm a Sag sun, Cancer moon, and Virgo rising. Big Sag energy, but that Virgo rising definitely pops up. I do come across very when I need to be, but Waterbury, you're right. Good people are great company, but all things come from God, and we all have God within us. We all have the light within us. We all have that consciousness that can be activated within us. And to love, to truly love and truly be grateful, that's the alignment of true God source energy. And as humans, we're trying, we're doing it the best way we can, right? Right? So it's awesome to see that a lot of us are waking up to that. So, yeah. Oh, hey, I'm so Houston. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. Thank you for chilling and driving. Get home safe. Am I an overachiever? Waterbury, let's get into that. Um, I beat myself up a lot because I thought that I wasn't accomplishing what I needed to accomplish in a certain amount of time. And that's definitely an attribute of an overachiever. And then one day I had to just stop and smell the roses and say, this life thing is pretty cool. Where am I rushing to? Where am I rushing to? So I would say overachieving came natural to me growing up, and like just being good at whether it be school, whether it be being a friend, and things like that. And I could say I could have been a better family member at times, but definitely not anymore overachiever. I just want to, continue doing what's aligned to me and my soul contract, which I definitely feel like I figured out what it is. It's just leaning into it and continuing forward and not being afraid. you know? Yes, Sages are very ambitious. I'm glad you said that, the water barrier, because some people see Sages as, silly, goofy. We are the wisdom carriers. We love wisdom. And I know there's different kinds of Sagittarius, obviously. And I know when you look at, hold on, y'all, I need to drink some water real quick. But yeah, but I know when you look at the history of Sagittarius, there are, partiers, wisdom seekers, overly optimistic, all that good stuff. And I definitely am all of that and was more of that at different points in my life. So yeah. Hey, Alex. Oh, thank you, Derek. That means a lot. That means a lot. Your soul contract. So your soul contract, whether, you guys can definitely research this if you want to get better clarification. It's basically the contract your soul made before coming down here on earth, meaning pre-choosing the body, choosing how you're going to navigate, choosing who you're going to meet again on this lifetime plane. Because I do believe that we have many, many lives, and this is not it. Your soul just goes somewhere else, but your body goes, but your soul never dies. Oh, thank you, Anish. It's not a locket. It's just a regular. I got a lot of compliments from this necklace. It came from Target. So yeah. Thanks, life lessons. I don't need a video editor. I do my own videos, and it's actually really therapeutic. It's something I actually really enjoy, is editing videos. Come on, Real Odds and Evans. We keep just ascending. Come on, I could talk about this all day. Okay. Now y'all getting into the part of Ty that I don't really show in my videos. But I am that esoteric, emerald tablet, quantum physics, zodiac loving, angel number, tarot reading. I can't read tarot cards, but I respect those that do. Girl. So yeah. Ooh, Miguel, do I believe in soulmates? I do. I believe we have many soulmates. I believe in twin flames too, which is different from a soulmate. I do believe like a best friend could be a soulmate. I believe what soulmates are those people that have just been stuck to you in life, or when they come into your life, you're like, man, I've met you before. And you can just be yourself and you guys see each other. You truly see each other. Not just see, but see. You know what I mean? So I hope that makes sense, y'all. And for those new around here, don't forget to like the live and subscribe to some positive vibes. Um, so yeah. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate it. You know, I try to keep it a buck around here, right? Keep it a hundo. Keep it a hundo. Hey FIFA world, what's going on? But again, y'all, it is 3-3. Definitely put into motion things that you want to change. Definitely put into motion things that you know you want to see come into fruition. Yeah, water barrier, definitely. Your definition of soulmate is someone who is the same spiritual journey as you. Definitely, I do believe that's an attribute of soulmates as well. I'm someone that respects anyone's definitions of things. I am not one of those, this is what's in the text, this is what's written. We don't even really know how we got here for real, for real. We think we know, but you know, we have ideas. So, yeah. So I appreciate anyone's opinions about life, and about how they view life. For those that don't know, my bachelor's degree is in anthropology, and my master's degree is in sociology. So I appreciate every aspect of humanity that makes us humans and unique. The problem is that humans have not humans, society. This is not humans. This is society. Society is a man-made thing, right? Does not understand when people are different. Does not understand the uniqueness within a person. Some societies want a carbon copy of the same type of person for their whole society, inside and out. How boring is that? Who the heck wants that? So, half of the stuff, Newton and all of those, even the philosophers, Aristotle and all of them, that was just, research backed with their own opinion with something they kind of knew. And they got enough people to believe it. So, sorry, I'm going in a different direction. Hi, Danelle. How are you? What's going on? What's going on? And water barrier, I appreciate that about you too. It's just an opinion. That's how I feel. Like what I say on here, yeah, I went to school for a lot. Yeah, I'm a certified life coach and I've learned stuff and I read a lot, but it's still also subject to opinion. If I'm all about if it works, whatever works for you to elevate to the best version of yourself, stick to it. And it's a conglomerate of stuff. Go out there, yes, come back to my lives, but go check out other people that are, and I'm sure you guys have or subscribed to people that are self-help channels and into helping you unlock your better self. Everybody has their own, sauce to this. And then you start picking from each person. You're like, ooh, that's my sauce. So I received that, real odds and evans. I received that. I definitely know deep down inside, definitely a star seed light worker. I'm here on the front lines. Well, a lot of us are waking up that are on the front lines because we need it to happen. Come on. We all need to, choose the side that we need to be on. You know what I mean? um, I prefer to be called my name. Ty's fine. Thank you, I'm saying. Water barrier, you're my vibe too. You are my vibe too, for sure. Like, we're here to wake up. We're here to wake up. And our souls decided to come here during this lifetime to see all this happen and to help out. We're not just here to be robots. We're here to help. And if you feels me, let me see some hearts, okay? But y'all, I'm about to get off in like 3 minutes, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. But this is going to be my new time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I tried the 7 o'clock spot. I end up rushing because like I work a full-time job. I tried the 8 o'clock spot and it's kind of late because I like to do a full hour. And let me tell y'all something. When I've done the 8 o'clock spots and I'm done at 9, guess why I end up sleeping? Right here on this sofa. Right here on this sofa, makeup all on, lashes still on, looking crazy. So I realized 7:30 p.m. is a sweet spot for me. Oh, thank you, Janu. That means very, very much a lot. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, for those that are new here, don't forget to subscribe to the vibe. It means so much. And for everyone that came out tonight, thank you. This was a great conversation. This is a great conversation. You got out my esoteric side that I usually don't show too much. And I have to say this before I go. Torsheld, who's the moderator here, that is my sister. We are blood sisters. And she is the first person that I ever see like talk about charts and have like zodiac books and stuff like that. And to me, I was scared of it when I was younger because it looked creepy and I didn't know what I was looking at. And I remember like seeing her pages and pages of like stuff being printed about charts and stuff like that. And it would freak me out, but you just never know because look who's now nose deep into this, her little sister. So I say that all to say, do not judge. Do not judge. Oh, thank you, Vlad Ban me. Looking crazy. That's impossible. Thank you. Thank you. Right now I'm not on Instagram and I'm not on Facebook. I am taking a hiatus to focus on myself. I plan on going back in June. But if you want to follow me on Snapchat, it's Tyz Tyz04. It's my Snapchat. So yeah. Uh but yes, you're right. You're right, the water bearer. People are afraid of what they don't understand. That's how humanity's always been. That's how it's always been, right? From the old hominin species, which is the first form of who we are today, which are Homo sapiens. What did they do? What did Neanderthals do? They attacked things that they didn't understand. They literally attacked things. No, Snapchat isn't for dating. I'm in a whole relationship. Snapchat's just another social media thing. No, I am definitely in a very committed relationship with my boyfriend. And that's something that I talk about too on my channel, how I manifested love. And like literally someone on the same vibration of for me because I was not doing that before. I was literally given what I thought was confidence, but desperate energy, you know? Ego. Oh, and it's interesting that you say this, Gary, your name's Ego. Guys, before I head off, let's give Ego some tips. So I'm going to read this out loud. Ego said, I'm losing interest in everything and I don't know what to do. Any thoughts? All right, y'all, let's give Ego some tips. Okay. Ego, my first tip would be you have to sit with yourself. You have to learn yourself. Meaning that you some form of meditation, mindful meditation, or even affirmations will do you well right now to help you reignite interest in yourself and things again. If you haven't already, I definitely, recommend going to like a therapist because I'm no therapist. I'm a certified life coach, so I cannot, say anything that's along the lines of titles to mental health things such as depression, anxiety, um, PTSD, adjustment disorder, things like that. But I highly recommend if you can, definitely do that. Speak with a professional. But until you have that appointment, meditate with yourself and say some affirmations. If you go on my page and you go to the Affirm Yourself series, I have affirmations. Play those. Play those bad boys because you are amazing and know that. Real Odds and Evans is coming through with a real good tip, okay? The tip is, listen in, Ego. Find a new purpose and what resonates with you. Keep trying until you find your tribe or flow, even if it's in service of others in these times and those that deserve it. I think I read that wrong. Sorry. And being in service for others in time in this times, those that deserve it, it does help you find yourself again when you're doing some type of act of service. It helps reignite something in you. Okay. And ego, know that you matter. Know that you matter. And I commend you for your transparency on here. You didn't have to do that. So you definitely matter. Oh, thank you, the water bearer. That means a lot. It really means a lot. I received that. Because, like I said, you guys are seeing a version of me that definitely went through the night of the dark soul a couple of times. Um, I won't talk about it on this live, but one day I'll talk about it. I also had an NDE. And for those that don't know what an NDE is, it's a near-death experience. And that actually activated a lot of who you see today. But we'll talk about that another live. Ego, I feel you. Um, Not to like bring down the vibes or anything, but this is reality. From 2020 to now, I cannot even give you the laundry list of people I've really physically lost in this world. And just some of the big pillars are one of my sisters, my grandmother, my uncles, and these are my dad's biological brothers, first cousins. Um, so there's more, an aunt. I say all this to say that this is part of the human cycle of life, and this is the part that's not easy for us because we would want them to stay forever. Heck, we would like to probably stay forever. But know that you are a soul that matters on this planet. And if you can, go to the local library and see what they have going on. Like, I know some people may think that's cheesy and corny, but you'll meet some really cool dope people at the library and they have cool stuff going on. I'm only saying that because usually that stuff is free. That way you don't have to feel like you put a financial investment in something and you're like, oh, this is whack. Because like Real Odds and Evans said about trying new hobbies, when the library has a laundry list of new like hobbies and stuff that you can try. So that would be a tangible action. I hope that was helpful for you. You know, hey Pablo. Oh wow, you're from Florida. I'll actually be in Florida in a few days for work. I'm still traveling for work, but I love it. Um, Patrick, good idea. Pray, talk with God, release whatever makes you feel depressed. Whoever you need to talk to, whoever, whatever you believe in that makes you feel grounded in this world, whether that be someone in the ether or someone here, that will make all the difference. Um, But yeah, John, the library is cool, okay? I say that because they always do cool events. They have to. Every public library has to put on some events. I think it's part of their funding that they get from the government or whatever. And like sometimes they have like find your lineage, or like learning about cool stuff in the town you live in, the history of the town you live in. They have game nights and stuff, trivia. You never know who you may meet. Ah, water barrier. That drop that Jen. You met yourself at the library. You're pretty cool. You've been told. I love the library. I am when I get the home that fits this, I'm gonna have a library in my home. Okay. And I'm gonna do activities there too. But y'all, I'm actually on pretty long and I plan on getting off in 2 minutes, but this has been so much fun. And the new folks that joined the live, you're such a vibe. And I thank you for helping to bring out this side of me. Because usually I give tips and tricks and some things that align to, being interested in the higher stuff, but not too much. So it made me feel more comfortable to rip that band-aid off and talk more in those terms on these lives. But I'm really excited for next week. Like I said, there's a project that I am doing physically, and mentally, and I want to share it with you guys so that you guys can hold me accountable and I can actually progress. And um, we'll be sharing tips and tricks as well. So I'm going to kick that off on Wednesday of next week, not this Wednesday. Um, and it's a program that I made up, that I tested and trialed, but I'm ready to bring it to the forefront. Um, but yeah. But thank you guys so much for joining. I'm sending nothing but positive vibes your way. May you have an awesome day wherever you are, and an awesome week. Hope to see you on Wednesday when I go live again at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys so much for joining, and see you soon.